Hi everyone, in today's video what we'll be doing is a couple of things. So the first thing is we'll be removing the front bumper. Second thing is we'll be removing both of the headlights. I'll be showing you how to do that. And the third is we're going to put the car in a service position. What that means is, so when the headlights and the front bumper are off, the front crash bar and the big bracket, the big metal bracket behind it that holds the condenser and the radiator, we'll put that a couple of inches forward, and that will essentially put the car in a service position. What that will allow us to do is access the front of the engine, which, as you see right now, is super packed and you can't even see anything in there. But my goal is to change the cam belt, so the drive belt actually. So that's why we'll be embarking on this endeavor. So the first thing that you'll need to do is you'll need to remove this plastic cowling right here. And how this is removed is there are all these clips here along the front edge of it, all the way around. And what you'll need to do is actually grab hold of it here at this edge. As you can see here, one of the clips is already going out, and there's another clip right here in the front, so you'll need to grab it here. Actually, I think it's better to grab it right here. As you can see, I can remove it from this ledge here in the back, and yeah, so here, this is how it's removed. Here is this clip, so try not to break it, and just gently pry it out. And as you can see here on mine, someone was already careless in removing it and broke the two clips on this side, but this is pretty much how it's supposed to look. Anyway, like, even if you break some of the clips, it's not going anywhere because the hood is actually on top of it. So this is the first part. So put this in a safe location. I'll put it in the ML with all of the other garbage that I have here currently. And now we can see the top of the bumper. For now, we'll leave all of the screws that are here in place, but in general you have to remove this screw right here, this one, and this one. These are all T30s. So before we continue, there are a couple of other things that we'll need to remove. So the first thing is, you can see right here, you can't really see anything, but there is a T30 screw right here. There's one identical on the other side. There will also be a couple of like plastic ribbity things here, there, and right there at the end. So it should be 3 in total. You have to remove those. The same applies to the other side. On most of these cars, some of them will be gone, but like you can see, one torque screw right here, and here it's pretty much missing on mine. But I think there should be 2 more. You should check on yours whether you have those screws or you don't have them. But that's pretty much it. So I'll need to turn the steering wheel once to the right in order to remove those screws, and another time to the left in order to remove the screws on the other side. And that's pretty much it. If you don't want to be turning the steering wheel around in order to access the screws, then you should put the car on jack stands, but I'm not going to be doing that. So yeah, I'll quickly go in the car, I'll put the steering wheel lock to either side in order to access the screws, and then I'll show you what to do next. Here is how it looks with the inner fender liner removed. So put to the side, not really removed. But these are the 4 screws. So this, the shorter screw, so this one right here, is actually holding the fender liner here to the screw hole, and then the 3 just a bit longer ones, these ones, they go here, here, and here. So yeah, I don't think you'll be needing to remove the other ones that are right there. But it depends. My cowl is so my fender liner is a little bit more malleable. There is also there should be another screw, so it's actually a nut right in there, but on mine is removed, so it's missing already. You can't really see anything, but it's right there where those hoses go. It should be going there. I don't see anything on mine, at least on the driver's side. I guess someone already removed it. Now I'm going to go to the other side and repeat the same procedure for the other side. So with the screws on the other side removed, you can see on this side I actually have the nut right there where the light is shining at. It's a 10mm nut. You have to remove that before we can proceed further. And this is what the nut looks like if the camera would focus. It's a lock nut with some kind of a special washer on the other side of it. And like I said, it's right in there on that stud. So that stud actually comes from the bumper itself through the crash bar, and it lands right there. So now the last thing is so here we have this plastic carrier bracket right here, and the bumper sits on it. So what you need to do is, because there are these hooks, you actually need to push in the front bumper to the front, forward on either side, but we'll have a couple of more screws underneath that we'll also need to remove, and I'll show you those right now. So these screws should be right here. So you can see 1, 2 and 3, so they're evenly spaced on the front of the car. So 1, 2 and 3. Need to remove those, and then, like I showed you, just grab hold of the bumper, slide it forward, just tap on it forward, and it should be able to come out. I'll go ahead and remove those 3 screws underneath, and we'll proceed from there. These are the 3 screws that go underneath from the belly pan to the front bumper. They are half turn screws, so you need to turn them halfway and basically they fall off, as you can see by the threading. Now if you are not jacking up the car, as you can see there isn't that much space in there to work, so what you need to have is one of these stubby flathead screwdrivers in order to get your arm in there and unscrew those. So get yourself one of those if you're doing it the way I am doing it right now. Now with everything removed, we can proceed to remove the top 3 Torx T30. So like I said, one here, and one here. This should be the last thing that is actually holding the front bumper to the car. I'll go ahead, remove those, and I'll show you what to do next. So here is what the 3 T30 screws look like. So the shorter one with the bigger washer, and it goes in the middle, and on either side you have these longer ones. Just put them right there. Okay. The front bumper is now kind of partially off. As you can see here, I've removed, so if you have the front washers, you have this hose right here, and this little clip goes on top of this fitting like this. You have to pry that with a small screwdriver or with your hands. It's very easy. Be careful, because when you do, as you can see from here, it will start flowing. All of your washer fluid will basically start flowing. So have something to catch the washer fluid that will run out. Thankfully I already had a bottle that was partially full with washer fluid, and I just put it back in so that I can catch it and reuse it. Not to mention, it's not good for the environment to throw all kinds of shit to the ground. So wait for that to drain. In the meantime, as you can see here, we have the connector here, and as well on the other side right here for the daytime running lights. I will carefully remove those two connectors in order to be able to get the bumper off. Apart from the two connectors for the daytime running lights, you'll also have this guy right here with this connector if you have the parking sensors. So it clips like this, and basically you just pry it, put a flathead screwdriver onto this tab right here, and remove that as well. Now the front bumper is ready to be removed. The headlights are held in by 3 torque screws, one here, one right here, you can see, and one right over here, this one. So remove those on either side and the headlights should come right out. The next step in this procedure, in order to put the car into service position, is to remove the front crash bar, meaning this aluminum bar right here. It's held by 4. These are 13mm screw bolts. Just remove those and the crash bar should fall out. The crash bar is off. The next step would be to remove these bolts here, here, here. As a side note, here on the passenger side you have this this bar that extends from the front right here, this bar, and here it connects to the frame of the car. You have this T30 screw that you'll need to remove. It's right here. It's difficult to see, but you'll be able to feel it with your hand. That needs to come off as well. So I have removed the bottom screws on either side here and there, and also on this side, and I have left the top ones unscrewed just enough. As you can see here, the bolt is protruding a little bit, so that when this entire thing comes out, doesn't go straight to the ground and damage electrical connectors and hoses. I have left these screws here, the nuts, as you can see they're still in place. I've left those. I'm not sure whether those need to be removed or not, so I'll leave them for now. If you have, so for the air intake ducting, you usually have a couple of screws on either side. On mine they're missing, so I don't have to remove those. But you have 3 screws on each side. These are T30s here, here, and here, and also on the driver's side here, here, and here. You need to remove those. I'll go ahead, take the screws out, and we'll see what we'll be doing next. You also need to remove this, at least partially, from the front, and also these this intake ducting on either side. Just take that out so that it doesn't interfere with anything. The hood latch, mine came out when I was unscrewing everything, but this is the hood latch, and it latches right here, as you can see right here. It has this, you just basically depress here and pull towards the cabin and out, and it will come right out. So that's out of the way as well. So when I said that there is this screw, this T30 screw here on this bar, well, guess what? There is one on the other side, which I have been battling with for the past, I don't know, maybe half an hour, because, well, you can't see anything here, and the only way to go about it is underneath. So there were 2 more screws here and on the other side right there, those half turn screws. Drop the belly pan a little bit lower so it can flop around, and if you just go somewhere like this, you'll be able to feel it. Well, you won't be able to see it, and I won't be able to show it for you on camera for sure, but yeah, you'll be able to feel it and unscrew it. I think that would be the hardest part of this entire job. So now this thing should be able to come out. Yeah, as you can see, it's already flopping here. I put in a longer screw on this side so that I can extend it like this. And technically speaking, if you have another longer screw, well, they sell these kits online, but basically you just need a longer screw, the same one as the original ones, just longer. I'll put in the threading and the length in as an annotation here in the video. Basically you need to have 2 of those, and you will be able to put in this front part in the service position and access the belts. As you can see, my belt is in really poor condition. Well, it's on its way out. So what I'll be doing next is I'll actually completely take out this entire front assembly with the condenser, the radiator, the horns, as you can see, and I'll put it to the side because I have something else that I'll be doing on the car. So this concludes this part of the video. I really hope this was helpful for you, especially for the people that want to work on the front of their engine, like accessing some of these connectors right here for the NOx sensors, or perhaps changing the drive belt. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave it a thumbs up. Thank you.